Alrighty folks, welcome back to Talos Principle 2. What were we doing last time? Oh yeah, snowy area where we can transfer our mind to other machines, to other robots. What was I talking about a lot? I was talking a lot about, I don't know, I was rambling about stuff. Rambling about a lot of stuff, been doing a lot of rambling recently. This was puzzle number 6. Alrighty, let's find puzzle number 7 then. We've also already done, yeah, we did that one up there, where we just had to follow the sprite thing. It looks like there's another one there. Is that going to be get a green laser there, or get some kind of laser there? Type of thing? Can't tell from here. I'm not sure. We'll see when we get there. First, though, this might be puzzle 7. Or this is the Golden Gate area? It is. Which, wait, what? That's lit up. What does that mean? 1 of 4. Oh, maybe the fact that I opened up that side, like one side of the pyramid thing in the middle. This we think is triangle puzzles, right? Do we? Because haven't I done a triangle puzzle here? How do I check my... Oh gosh, there's all sorts of stuff to look at. Not log, map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess that's lit up as well, but... Okay, I'm not entirely sure what it's tracking. Then, what was the other thing I was going to do? Oh wait, hold on, do I have 7? I have 7 stars. Is it just stars? I should check with the next star I get. Okay, what's this? Research. New research, apparently. This is audio things. It should say on these icons at the side where the new stuff is. Fortunately, it's all here, but it could have been anywhere, I think. Preliminary analysis from Melville. Imagine an ant trying to make sense of a nuclear power plant, an armadillo trying to explain disco music. You get my drift. These particle clouds contradict every known law of physics. What's really shocking here isn't that we're seeing a new and powerful technology. It's what this implies about our grasp of physics. A lot of what we thought we knew must be wrong or incomplete on some fundamental level. A humbling realization. I don't like it. I mean, I think physicists should expect that. To some degree. Inside the megastructure, from the degree to which vegetation seems to have spread, I would guess the megastructure has been abandoned for a while. There's quite a lot of vegetation considering it's indoors and there's no source of natural light. I mean, there were some shafts coming down from above, but only in like one place, I think. Although the combination of moisture and heat does create an ideal environment for plant growth. Do they talk about the light here? What makes it harder to be sure is that some plants have clearly been placed for decorative purposes, so lots of what we're seeing may have spread from there rather than coming in from the outside. It's surprisingly beautiful, but also kind of creepy. Minds and bodies. The founder appears to develop technology that prints new bodies using those particle clouds we're already familiar with. These bodies come with a protocol for instantly transferring the user's mind. So we haven't seen that happen. Like they're just already there. I cannot sufficiently underline how mad this is. The implications would be breathtaking if we breathed. And is it that? Like, this wouldn't shock me. This would be like the least shocking thing about having a robot life form. The fact that you'd be able to transfer its mind from one robot body to another. Anyway, there seem to be a number of safeguards. So far, I've not been able to get this tech to work outside the puzzles. Convenient. I did manage to sort of make sense of the mind transfer protocol, however, and I'm uploading all the data I've collected. It will need to be studied extensively before it can be used, but I can think of a lot of potential applications. What really grinds my gears, though, is how casually it's all deployed. It takes us ages to make a new body, and here there's a whole bunch of them doing no more than holding up platforms or standing on pressure plates. Is this all a joke? Yeah, I'm curious about why it takes them so long to make their other bodies. I guess they said it was the materials that were the issue. Spectacular. I don't understand what possible function this structure could have, but it's really, really impressive. Hold on, could that be its function, just to be impressive? Maybe. It almost looks like a spaceship, although it's being held up by cables. Social media. The founder megathread. Please keep discussion of the alleged presence of the founder at the site of the megastructure confined to this thread. Okay, I'm still in shock. I wasn't sure the founder was still alive. I'm surprised they're talking about this. Of course she is, and now that we have reached completion day, she has sent us her sacred messengers. It could still be aliens pretending to be the founder. It's not aliens, and if Prometheus and Pandora are her sacred messengers, why has one apparently chained the other? The day of her return is imminent. So now you agree that Byron was right to want an expedition. In fact, it was the founder's will all along. And when you said it would be wrong to even consider going to the island, you were acting against the founder. Your word games aren't going to help you when the founder returns. Aurinia. It was wonderful to hear Athena's voice again, but with all the emotion inherent in this matter, we should be careful not to get swept away. We don't really understand anything yet. I can't help but wonder, if Miranda is her daughter, was Athena trying to start a new civilization? Did she abandon New Jerusalem? If Miranda's her daughter, was Athena trying to start a new civilization? Did she abandon New Jerusalem? She would never abandon New Jerusalem. One case right, it's impossible, something else is going on here. I agree, there must be more to this. She must have some kind of plan. Why else would she create all those puzzles? Exactly. To make a fun game. Holy moly. Body replication. The technology discovered by the expedition changes everything. Every argument about how hard it is to get access to the resources necessary to create more of us goes out the window. We can create more people. 1K doesn't have to be the last, and it would be easy. I don't think I had to be the last, did I? I was the last because of the self-imposed rule. I wasn't the last for some technical reason. So it's kind of odd to say that. Anyway, and it would be easy. Are we really going to give up just because of the goal? Energy doesn't just come from nowhere. We have no idea what the real cost. But yeah, that's what exactly I was just thinking. Is like, sure, there's this like purple stuff that can form things, but like, where is that coming from? Besides, the goal is an ideal, not just a limit we ran into by accident. It's the will of the founder. Yeah, right. Or yeah, right. Not sure how to read that. It's not necessary to share a personal belief in the founder to understand the value of the goal. It's clear to all but the most radical that humanity needs limits for its own sake and for the sake of the planet. You say that as if it was self-evident. It's not. You're smuggling a whole host of misanthropic ideas into the conversation under the disguise of reasonableness. Your premises are completely rotten. I believe the results of human history speak for themselves, and I find it shocking that anyone disagrees with something so obvious. Shocking. Okay, we're getting into an argument. Classic internet argument. This is why we don't reinvent social media, folks. Shocking that anyone would value human beings and think that maybe our ancestors could have solved their problems using their brains instead of preaching misery for all. That maybe there is some point in blaming other factors beyond technology and growth. Like, I don't know, people in positions of authority preaching their self-important morality instead of trying to solve ordinary people's problems. Authority? I'm just an academic. That's completely disingenuous. You know it. Your clique has the mayor's ear. Clique, I assure you, there's no such thing. This conversation is getting out of hand. If you can't behave, I'm shutting this thread down. Can I mention Hitler? No. What's that rule called? Where every internet argument ends up in that way. These conservations, why am I saying conservations? These conversations are necessary, they should not be banned. This conversation is irritating, but should be allowed as a matter of principle. It would be best to close the thread until everyone calms down. It depends. I mean, I don't feel like it's gone so off the rails right now. I don't know, it depends. Are we shutting it down, like, in general? Or are we just saying, oh, this is not the place for that? I'm going to say this one, though. This conversation is irritating, but should be allowed as a matter of principle. Sorry to have irritated you, 1K, but thank you for speaking up. New Jerusalem is a democracy, and without free speech, democracy is a sham. Lovely sentiment, but you should try moderating this forum and see what it's like. I mean, I can understand this, so like it sort of depends. If every conversation is allowed to explode, instability is guaranteed. We have to set reasonable limits on behavior. Thread closed. Like, I'm okay with that if that's the rules that have been set out. I wasn't, in saying that, I didn't want to come across as someone who didn't believe in moderation and setting rules. Because I do, and I have to do it myself in various places. I guess it's just a weird situation in this case because like this seems to be like there's only 1,000 of us, and this seems to be like the main way we communicate. Although I guess people, the people back in New Jerusalem also just chatting with each other as well. So it's not like, you know, a community Discord or whatever. It's just like the foundation of that communication. So like what I would say is that conversation should be allowed as a matter of like law, but the line between law and kind of community management here is slightly blurry because of the size of the community and the size of the civilization that the law would apply to. Anyway, 7. Redshift. Okay, we've got platform. Got you. I'm not a huge fan of this mechanic, to be honest. Like it is a better version of the mechanic from the first game, whatever it was, the like time rewind thing. But I don't know. It's just a bit like I don't even really know what it is. It's just a bit like fiddly, or not even fiddly, something. Okay, so I can turn that on. Somebody like could hold a thing above. There's a thing there, so we could try and grab that. But who can even... What can we even do right now? This is also a very low down fence, I guess because we're going to be getting that out connected to something floating up here. What can we do right now? Because we don't have a box which to like... Oh, okay, I see. So I'm going to stand at the bottom. I'm going to stand here. We don't need a box if we've got a fan. Okay. So real me is at the bottom. I don't know if I am real me anymore. This is real me. Take. Should we just like walk back over? Back to real me. Oh gosh. Not real me is about to fall off. I mean, this does have to be set up like up here. So that's real me. Real me is standing on the button. I can be in here. We need to open red, and then we're done. How do I get red? How do I get red? Ah. Interesting. Once again, though, it has to go up and over this fence. Could it get over that fence as well? Can I connect to both? Ah, that might be what we're doing. This is like that. There's a puzzle in Road to Gehenna that was like this. So like do this, 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 and this. Then put that on there. Because those are blocked, the red's not involved at the moment. We can go in here, we can transfer back out. Yeah, there's a puzzle exactly like this in Road to Gehenna, just slightly different mechanics in use. Go all the way over here. Can that get over? That can't get over. No, that's exactly the wrong height. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's all I have to do. Can I see myself? Oh. There we go. Oh. Okay, what I can do is transfer in, move over, then position myself. Okay. So that's real me, right? Holding the thing. Yeah, we didn't swap over.
Did you
Okay.
see how 1K solved
Real
that
me.
one? No, sorry. Oh, it was really clever.
Oh, thanks, Byron. Did you mean to be communicating to me at the same time? Oh, there's the thing flying off. I never look at that. It's because it like flies up and then away like very quickly. I'm not even really looking in the right direction to notice it happening. This is clearly something. There's a marker. Oh gosh, where does this go? It's a long path. Ow. Where's that other star statue thing? I'll look for it again when I get back up. Where are we going? To this thing. What is it? What's with the shape of these as well?
It's an old saying about how, in the end,
We
the
heard this
sea will
already.
claim everything.
I guess it didn't
I have
save.
no doubt that this is true. In the long history of the human species, entire regions have disappeared under the waves. Places like Beringia and Doggerland still echo in our cultural memories. But we shouldn't forget that life began in the sea. We are the children of the sea. And it's not through floods and ruin that the sea will claim everything, but through us.
Oh, I was trying to say I can jump in there. Seemingly not, maybe. Yeah, it must not have saved after I'd heard that, because then I walked into the sea, didn't I? The sea claimed me. Jenshevsky. Essays on him. Yep, okay, so it's continuing this. With alarming frequency, our mythological narratives conceptualize our separation from nature as a fall, punishment for sinning, a loss of innocence, a decline from a golden age. We believe that a better state of humanity is possible, but insist that this state must be in the past. Yet our historical experience has been the exact opposite. For all the horrors of modern war, and they are considerable, relatively few people today have to suffer the unspeakable agonies that our ancestors went through on a daily basis. It is doubly ironic that we place our golden ages in the past, but very rarely ever consider what life was actually like for the people whose genes we carry, how cold they were, how hungry, how frightened of the cruelty of nature, what unspeakable pains they must have experienced when they were sick or injured, how many of their children they had to lose, unable to help, begging the heavens for mercy and never receiving an answer. The past is a slowly receding tidal wave of grief. 5358. The battle for human emancipation is not yet won, and the path has been far from straightforward, and yet in but a few thousand years we have eliminated a great deal of suffering that before must have seemed unavoidable and eternal. Some still suffer, their lives held ransom by politics and economics, but at least now we know that a better world is truly possible, and it lies in the future. To be fair, I'm kind of... I kind of generally feel that way, but I don't like that being used as an excuse for bad things that are still happening. It's like, it's fine, everything's so much better now, and I guess the reality is things are a lot better for most people, or for many people, but also the gap between how well some people are doing and how well other people are not doing is wider, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's complicated, but generally I kind of feel the same, as in I think there's generally a positive trend. I mean, I still worry about things like climate change and what that could mean for the future of us, because like it's not necessarily true that things will always improve, but But I mean, I sort of also agree with the message of part of the message of this game, which is that like human ingenuity or whatever will or can make up for some of the concerns of the future. But I mean, whether we will or not is another question. But also, I think it's not just that. I think we just solve things with like technical solutions. Or maybe we do. I don't know. But like, I think we also kind of gotta go like, well, this is something I disagree with this game about. This game has been talking a lot about. Well, I mean, maybe it's not what the game is trying to say. I think the game is trying to say many things, and I'm just like disagreeing with some parts of it. And it's like intentionally saying many things that may not all agree with each other. But like, I do think like life is special and its ability to experience the world is special, but I don't think that is an excuse to just continue exponentially growing humankind just for the sake of that specialness, just for that magic or whatever, without thinking about. I mean, ultimately, I also believe that the universe, like, we're not special. Earth's not. I mean, we are special, but on a universal scale, like, nothing is special. It's just stuff doing stuff. And that, like, oh, okay, I guess we can destroy the planet and not have a future. And as far as the universe cares, it doesn't care. But where was I even going? I don't know. But like, I mean, I would quite like to preserve what we have. And for things to be good for the people who are here. Is that too much to ask? And I think we don't do that. I mean, I think we do that in many different ways, but I think it's achievable. We'll see. Founding thought. Day 1 through 2. We had a bit of an incident today. Nothing major, but it still woke us all up. Someone was away from the camp alone, even though we had agreed that we should always go in teams, and she encountered a group of the herbivores that we saw on the first day. Cows, they're called. Apparently our ancestors kept them as livestock. Eustathius says they squeezed them for liquid. True, but I find that hard to believe, but I digress. Sun encountered the herd, and just as predicted, the animals were passive at first, friendly even. Sun decided to abandon her survey to study them for a while, which went well until a group of wolves, formerly dogs, a type of pet, entered the clearing, causing a stampede. How do we know they... I mean, I guess you might just be saying that everything, all dogs you would classify as a wolf at this point, because I guess we don't know how far on we are, like how much time has passed, but like just by being wild, they're basically all wolves. Or are you saying that they specifically, like, are there animals that are descended from pet dogs that we would still call dogs? Or have they all, you know what I'm saying? What's happened to the line between wolves and dogs, basically, over time? Enter the clearing, causing a stampede. Sun is alright, sorry. Sun is alright, only minor scratch to the bodywork and a few torn wires, but it was a close call. I guess we'd gotten a little complacent, a little too comfortable. We'll have to be more careful from now on. Trevor. Our good friend Trevor.
Now I have to talk science fiction for a bit because
now I have to walk all the way back up there.
But it drives me nuts. There's this cliche that shows up over and over, and every time someone uses it, everyone pretends it's really profound. It goes something like this.
A scientist invents something good, but, oh no, it's actually really bad. You could have something that makes your life better, but no, you can't. How dare you even want it? That's hubris. That's playing God. And it's never anything that reflects the real world, right? It's never, oh no, you invented a vaccine for cervical cancer. Oh no, you invented a new class of antibiotics. Oh no, you cured malaria. How dare you? Those diseased mosquitoes are way more important than human lives. How did science fiction become so reactionary? You know, if we all thought this way, you guys wouldn't even exist. At least Alex agrees with me. She has good taste.
Fair enough. I guess they're trying to write dramatic stories, though. But yeah, fair enough. Why is the... Oh, it's the bridge. I keep mixing up that and the gate. Okay. So you're telling me to go to that, but I actually want to go to 8. Ooh, what's this? Oh, this might be the lab. Wait, where's the other statue? There. Wait, what's that? How do I get up to any of this stuff? Oh, do we do some rock climbing? Well, it's not going very well. I guess we just go this way. Oh, this is where I was going and I saw that? Oh no, wait. Did I not go up here and then walk back down? Oh, this is where 7 is. Oh, it's behind 7. Got it. Coolio. Here it is. What's your little challenge for me? Is it one we've done before? I don't see a receiver. It's not a receiver type thing. Oh, there's a map. That's the structure in the middle with the cables coming out of it. What are you pointing out? Is there, like, I could look at my research, but I want to try and understand what this is pointing out. There's different letters. T-A-C. Cat. Tack. Act. And where am I now? So... I think I'm like here? Here? I guess I'm off to the side, so I think I'm here-ish. And then what's that? That's maybe the thing I just went down to? Do we have like a diamond path here? That path? I think so, yeah, okay. And that then is that level down there. That level. Is it the same shape as that level? Bit sticking out there. Wait, which side would that be on? That would be on... That's... Is it that bit sticking out? Is there a bit sticking out on that side? No. Maybe it doesn't match the shape exactly. Okay. C-A-T. Cat. Why is there a line under that T? Is there any other clue? So if I were to go to the C, it would be that building over there, I think? And then that would be... Maybe that's just where I am. So not that exit, but the next exit over here. That's just where I am, isn't it? Or this. Rather than the thing I just walked all the way to. Is there a cat somewhere? Oh, this game likes cats. Seven. Maybe I should look at my research. I'm not expecting it to say anything extra. Yeah, okay. This is a reference photo. Okay. Maybe we just figure it out as we go. Alrighty. Yeah, that is definitely just that. So that's the T. C is over there. No, the A is over there. The C is over here. No, yeah. C, A. Oh, the lab. Well, what's probably the lab? It's definitely the lab. Alright. Tell us about another mechanic. That's concerning. From Quentin. To Athena. Dear Founder, I never got to know you. Sorry, 1 second. Just distracted. Never got to know you. People tell all these stories about you, and I don't know what to believe. Some people say to ask Cornelius, others say Cornelius is too blinded by grief. Some say Byron stands for the truth. Others say he's a fanatic and a radical, and we should listen to the mayor. There doesn't seem to be a way of getting a straight answer. Maybe you want to go put this in a ASCII table. Why did you abandon us to this chaos? Why can't you just come back and sort it out? If you are reading these messages, don't you care? Dear Founder, thank you for everything you did for us. I'm grateful for the life that I have, which would not exist without you. I hope wherever you are now, you're at peace. Oh, damn. Version 0.12 successfully deployed. New labs established to avoid interference. First successful duplication of advanced machinery. Okay, so this is them developing the purple technology, I guess. Data collection, analysis, translation, groping in the dark. Sure. Maybe God was just trying to make an apple pie from scratch. Hold on. But QFT fails to account for this. 474 must rerun trials. Quantum field tunneling? Maybe God was just trying to make an apple pie from scratch. Sure. Why am I downloading here? It's like a cog, like a program? Or something? Settings? What did I just download?
Looks like it has something to do with energy
Oh, is it
generation.
schematic?
Am I reading this right?
There's another way through here. Ooh, it goes deeper. Which server X? This is facing a wall, and this is going to open up. From Belzazan. O great and sacred founder, I believe I have discovered the truth that our so-called leaders have hidden from us. This absurd and sacrilegious goal they have us working towards, this hubristic completion day foolishness, was never your true intent. Even this abomination of a city that calls itself New Jerusalem is deception. Like, is Athena, she set it up, she set up this rule to see if the city will break out of it, basically. Kind of the same way that the simulation was testing her. Why would you want us to return to the sinful ways of our ancestors, strangling the living soil with steel and concrete? No, it was when you and the first companions lived humbly amongst the splendors of Gaia, having no need for all this wasteful ostentation inherited from our weak and descendant ancestors, that you showed us the true path. After all, why would the progenitor have given us such hardy bodies if she had intended us for us to live in unearned luxury? From the very first, we were built to be free from pride and material excess. Are you suggesting we should all go live in the wilderness? Your teachings have been obscured and perverted by ideologues, worst of all by your traitor Byron, who once was like a son to you, but you should know that there are still those of us who remember the truth and await the blessed day of your return, when surely justice will be meted out, and humanity will finally return to its intended path. Hallowed be your name. Belzeran, 943. Fairly recent one. Oh, text and a photo, the shutdown. What are we looking at? We assembled on the vast green lawn outside as the reactors began to slowly wind down. The workers were sullen. The activists who had fought against the decommissioning seemed crushed. There was supposed to be a speech, but the spokeswoman had lost her notes. Outside, the protesters cheered. My eyes were drawn to the discarded anti-shutdown banners, endlessly reciting the facts, the statistics on mortality per trillion. Mortality per trillion kilowatt hours, lowest of all energy sources. Mortality per trillion kilowatt hours. The lifespan of a reactor, 70 more years in our case. Minimal land footprint, almost zero emissions, no intermittency. It became a jumble of words, a litany, almost a kind of glossolalia. Don't know what that means. As far as the protesters outside were concerned, it might as well be an alien tongue. One thing was clear to them, and that was enough. The technology inside this compound was deeply inherently wrong. It was a sin. Ground Zero. I could not help but think of that moment on August 6, 1945, when the sky erupted above Shima Hospital. My imagination could never fully encompass it. How do you imagine more than 70,000 people annihilated in an instant? An ancestor of mine was in that hospital. He went from being a doctor, a husband, a father, a pacifist stuck in a terrible war, to being a pile of bleached bones covered in rubble, all in a single second. Not by accident, but because of a choice someone made. Not because of a reactor, but because of a bomb. Just 2 days earlier, contradicting his campaign promises, the Prime Minister had suggested that the use of tactical nuclear weapons would be an acceptable risk if the conflict continued. Very few seemed to find this particularly shocking or outrageous. They were afraid of reactors, but not of bombs. The spokeswoman gave up on finding her notes. It was starting to rain and people were walking away. She grabbed the microphone. By the time you regret this, it'll be too late, she said. But honestly, I don't know if I care anymore. Maybe you have it coming. The spokeswoman sounds so bitter. The protesters didn't mean any harm. From their perspective, they were doing good. People always think they're doing good when they get collectively outraged. That doesn't make them right. Collective action can change the world when it's deliberate and based in reason, but can also become a mental trap or a societal pressure valve. I was like, as soon as I started reading this, and so I guess as soon as I saw the pictures, I was like, I wonder if they're going to touch on like real world events, because that would like really help ground things a lot. And my mind started wandering, thinking like, oh, it'd be interesting to make a game that really, really touched on real world events, but like in a surprising way, in a way that it's like gradually reveals that maybe that's what this game is doing. Cliche, the thought-terminating cliche. It's to Miranda. As you continue your reading, there's a useful concept that I would like you to keep in mind, the thought-terminating cliche. This is a type of phrase, often a slogan or a saying, which sounds meaningful but is really intended to make you stop thinking. To pick an example from our history, someone in the simulation might say things like, it's the will of Elohim, or it served the process. And that would be that, case closed. Who knows how many iterations never advance further because they just stopped thinking at that point. Do note, however, that a thought-terminating cliche is not the same as a lie. It may very well contain elements of truth, but those elements are used to keep you from questioning a whole set of assumptions that come with it, which may be partially or totally false. This often takes the form of appealing to someone you care about. We must protect X, where X is a nation, philosophy, public order, even the planet itself. But while you may agree with that element, all kinds of assumptions may be included about how to protect something, or who to protect it from, or what the end goal of protecting it is. If you stop there just because you agree with the surface level statement, the results may be the opposite of everything you wanted, like those who chose to serve Elohim and in so doing prevented him from achieving his true purpose. Some arguments here on the correct way to debate things and discuss things. I mean, also, not just that, but like, basically saying, people should think about things more, which maybe isn't wrong. What is this showing? I mean, I guess it's just, what number are you? You don't have a number. It's just showing that robots can be hooked up to machines. Maybe that's how the mind transfer stuff happens. It's weird that we go from like what looks like it could be just like a human underground thing, and there's just like canisters around and pipes that are rusting. Then suddenly there's like this new section. It's not completely new, but feels newer. I'm stuck. Oh, I was just stuck in the pipe. Alright. Anyway, yes, where does that? Whoa, it's bright outside. That HDR. Whoa. Stare at the wall. Let's stare at the darkest part of the wall. There we go. And then go. It's actually like HDR is a fun technique. Like you basically, in rendering, you have like a wider range of values than just like the darkest value and the brightest value, and then, but because you can't, obviously the screen can only show a certain brightness, a certain darkness. What you do is you basically shift the window the window of brightnesses. So you have a wider range of brightnesses, and if I'm in a dark area, then the window of brightnesses that get shifted to between like 0 and 1, let's say, well 0% and 100% is like closer to the dark end of the values in this position, and then in this situation where I'm outside, it's really bright, and the window shifts like further up, and you just transition depending on like, sometimes it's done with like volumes, like it's just like, oh, if you walk in this volume, then in fact that might be what's going on. It doesn't, no, it's doing it as a, it's taking like an average and it's adjusting, yeah, it's adjusting based on the average. Anyway, you got stuff to say.
Everything okay?
I'm doing a lot of talking today. In fact, I think it's been long enough. Did I only do one puzzle today? I might have done. Let's go do it. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's get the last one done. 8. Drilling party. Sure. If that's the kind of party you want to have, you go for it. So the stairs that go up here. Oh gosh, I can choose. Oh, and you're over there, and we're like completely separated from each other. That's cute. Oh gosh, there's like 2 people to control, although I can't control you yet. So it's you. What do we need to do for you? We need to get you out of here. Is there something on the other side of there that would help? Where am I? There. So I could drill that, but that's not going to do anything. Is there another one? Is there another person somewhere? There's you, but I can't. I think I can. No. Not seeing another one? So what can I even do right now? That is just nothing. I'm missing something. What am I missing? So that's the blue gate, blue gate, blue gate. There's a connector there. Those are the only 2 people. Oh, can you see that one if there's a hole in that wall? Yes, okay. Okay, at which point we have a connector. Can we see? Yeah, cool. Okay, now this one's out. Out and about. We could even do that. We'll take that with us. Cool. We don't care about that room anymore. Wait, isn't that enough to get in here? Yes. Okay, now we've got 2. You're here. If I were going to get you out, how would I do it? Well, I guess I'd lose something? Because something would have to be sitting on this. Okay. Where am I going? I'm going through here. And we have to go through this passage. 1, 2, and a red there. Then something else. What else do we need? Something on the button. Alrighty. So what do I think I want to give up? Also, why is there a gap there? As in, why is there a holeable wall? Also, like, there's this we can make a hole in as well? Why is there a holeable wall? Are you gonna stay in there and pass something out to me? That's where the red is. Okay, if I was gonna try it, let's just make progress. So, like, we've got loads of these. Progress. But the red has to get to here if we're going to go through this at all. We can't open it from the other side, so it has to be open from this side. So therefore these are going to be used in that process. Therefore, I don't know, we do this. I'm like immediately running out of stuff. Of course I can pass stuff through here if I want to. Wait, but you can already see that, okay. And I can step on this. And that's gonna open. Sadly, I'm not able to go through. Without something else being out here. I can imagine that we're hitting red. Oh, we're hitting red through here, probably. Maybe. You. But where is it? It's like there, right? Yep. Okay. I could imagine that it's possible to... It's interesting that that's also holdable. I think we're going to be hitting red from the other side for some reason. I just haven't figured out how or why. Something needs to be holding that down. Do I want two people over here? Would it even help? Not really. One of them would stand here, the other one would go here. That one would get off there, would not be able to go through. Is there another object? Well, that. What am I missing? Oh, okay. One thing I might be missing is that... Okay. We're gonna let the other robot out. That. Move out of the way, thank you. Okay. So we're going out together. We're going out with each other. We're over here. Then you're gonna pass me. Sure. I go inside. Back outside. I'm gonna pass you this. Maybe. I haven't really thought this through fully, but take that and inside. What can I do with this? I can put that on there and then go through. What have I gained by doing this? It's not like you can then pick that back up again. I can go here. Great. Maybe can you head back out? Sure, you can head back out. Maybe you can pass that through on this one. Why do I want that? I don't know. Like, wouldn't I rather just connect to the thing while it's out here? Yeah, putting that in there doesn't help. Okay, so we're going to connect you up. And then you're going to go through. Okay, at least we have you over this side now. And then you can pass that through, and then I think we're connecting red the other way. Wait, what's my goal here? I just need an object. Yeah, you can just pass that to me, and then I'm done actually. We don't even need to connect red the other way. Okay, where are you, friend? Oh, okay. That's why this is holdable. You do this. Yeah? Oh, that doesn't work. Why does that not work? Huh. Because it can't see it fully? Is that the issue? I guess we need it here. There you are. So if I go in here, I can grab this bit here, switch back to you and make a hole in that wall, switch back to you, grab that, and we're done. Okay. That's a weird puzzle. I didn't like entirely build up a good model of what I was even doing, but I got to the end. Woohoo. Sweet. Alrighty folks, that is enough for today. There's like 2 puzzles, but lots of reading. Oh, to get out, I could go back to you, back to my original self. Fortunately, it kept us quite separated there, so I didn't have to remember. All this space. Okie dokie. Next time, I guess we'll try and find the other triangle puzzle, which we haven't got. Then maybe we'll do the bridge in the tower, but then we also need to figure out the cat situation. Like, what's that all about? Alrighty, we'll do that then. While this very epic music is still ongoing and... Oh, it stopped. Okay, cool. See you next time, folks. I don't know which way we're actually heading. Probably that way, maybe? Or... who knows? I guess we're trying to find the triangle. Figure that out next time. See you then. Goodbye.